everyone. Let's see if I can make this work. And see the top of my head. My name is Merle M. Singer, and I am the Relationship Miracle Worker. Every Monday at 8 o'clock, we have a, hello, Kristen. We have a program called Merle's Pearls. Notice the pearls. This should go this way. As a relationship miracle worker, and you can find my website, Relationship Miracle Worker, if there's one thing I know in this world, it's relationships. I know about relationships, and everything hinges on relationships, whether it's your family, whether it's your partner, whether it's at work, no matter where, just in the community, if you're a volunteer, relationships are key. In fact, it probably has more to do with your success in life if you're good at relationships than if you're an expert engineer or an expert a surgeon. And if it's my surgeon, I certainly want him to be expert at that. But really, in terms of that person's success, his or her success, his or her ability to have relationships with their patients and with the other people in the hospital. So relationships is definitely important. Today's topic is, I have it somewhere. Yes, you only see what you look at. Wow. That is so do you even understand that? Do I even understand that? Or is it incredibly profound? I'll tell you a story that I thought about preparing for this. And I'm thinking, well, what do I mean when I say this? And it made me think of I think it's when we first, we had already moved out to California, but we moved to Santa Monica because my husband we both bought a store, and it was in Santa Monica. So we rented a condo in Santa Monica, and the landlords, the owners of the apartments that we rented, was a couple, and they were both doctors. They were both very nice people, and we were there for a few years, and somewhere toward the end of our being there, I talked to the woman, the Mrs. Doctor, and I found out that they were getting a divorce, and I was shocked. And I said to her, it's probably nervy that I said it, but I said, what happened? How did this happen? And she looked at me and she said, I have no idea. It took her at the back of the head. She was totally shocked by the fact that her husband wanted a divorce. Now, she's not the only one that's happened to, but she's somebody I felt bad that happened to her. And I have thought about that a lot and paid attention to other clients that I've had and people that I've known. And when that happens, it's because they're not paying attention. And they're not paying attention because nobody wants to pay attention to something that hurts. if you're absolutely not sure, so, oh, well, no, that couldn't be. It's your partner for life and all, the crazy things that go on in your head. So instead of letting those crazy things go on in your head, you don't even look at it. But what happens? What happens? You only see what you look at. But just because you don't look at it, it doesn't mean it isn't there. She may not have looked at the fact that her husband was, maybe they weren't having sex as often, maybe he was working longer. There were signals, there were signals. And she didn't see them because she could only see what she looked at. And she wouldn't look at something that might cause her some pain. Well, it doesn't solve the problem, does it? It didn't make her marriage better. It didn't make it last any longer. And it's sad. It's sad because at least if she had looked at it, maybe she could have counteracted it. Maybe she could have said, hey, honey, Mr. Doctor, whatever, Mr. Doctor, things don't seem quite smooth. What could we do? Maybe we could take a vacation. Maybe tell me what's on your mind. Maybe we can talk this out. Maybe we could go to a therapist. Maybe we could just have a weekend of sex. Different things work at different times. But she could, and maybe none of it would have worked. Maybe the relationship was doomed. Who knows? But she wouldn't have been taken by surprise. She would have prepared for it. She would have worked at it so that if it didn't work out, it wasn't because she didn't try. I'd rather that you had a relationship that didn't work, but you tried, than the relationship didn't work because you didn't even pay attention, because you didn't want to look at it, because it didn't make you happy, because you were worried that this wasn't working. So it may be tempting to just not look at what we don't want to look at. But the truth of the matter is, just because, you only see what you look at. But the tagline is, you may only see what you look at, but it doesn't stop it from existing. Just because your head is looking this way doesn't mean there isn't stuff going on back there. So you might as well look. You might as well look and prepare. Prepare one way or the other. Prepare, hey, this just isn't working and I don't want to do any more than I've already done. Every circumstance is different. There isn't a way you have to behave. There isn't a solution you have to come to. Every troubled relationship isn't saved, and every troubled relationship isn't tanked. Different things happen differently, and at different times in your life. You respond differently, so the situation is different. But, you gotta pay attention. You don't gotta do anything. But you would rather, as painful as it is to look at it, it would be better to see what's going on so that you can prepare an appropriate response to it. If it's at all possible. If what you need to do is to look in order to see, so somebody doesn't whap you on the back of your head, then do that. then do that. Because everything, okay, it's like it's like getting a shot in the arm for a flu shot. It hurts, but it'll make you healthier. And every time you look and see what's going on, whether it's good or it's bad, not especially in either case, it prepares you and you can have a healthier response. If you have a healthier response, then better things happen. Then even if this is a relationship that gets tanked, but you paid attention to it because you only see what you look at, and you looked at it and you say, oh, this isn't working, and okay, we're going to try and make it work. Okay, and it didn't work, and that's it. So that's the end of that relationship. But learning what you learn by paying attention, by seeing what's in front of you, you are more prepared for the next relationship. Of course, if this just happened, you are saying to me, there's never going to be another relationship. That's it. I'm done. I hate people anyway, and that's it. But that's not true. I mean, it's true now, probably, but you have babies and you say you'll never have another one, but you do. Some pain goes away, and that's kind of the miracle. We can't really feel pain. I guess, or PTSD, but that's the problem of PTSD, is the re-feeling the pain. But for our topic today, you only see what you look at. So be brave and look at it. There's okay. You only see what you look at, but it's not just that you see that your relationship is having its issues. Look at the rest of the world. First of all, rest of the world, there are other people besides you that are having those issues, but there are yet again other people that are not having those issues. There are other things in the world that you are interested in that are waiting for you to pay attention to it. So have big eyes. Have big eyes that look everywhere. If you only see what you look at, look everywhere. There's some nasty stuff you're going to see, but you're going to see some really fabulous stuff as well. And pick and choose. Pick the good stuff. Pick the stuff you can learn from. Pick the stuff that will help the people around you whom you care about and love. And make a life for yourself based on your being willing to see everything. And not just say, oh, I don't see, nothing's wrong, everything's fine. What are you talking about? Not a way to go. That's all right if you're a horse and you're in a race. But if you're just horsing around, just do it for a joke. And then seriously, make sure to pay attention to your whole environment, because there are things in there you need to know that are not fun, but there are also wonderful things there waiting for you once you face the tough stuff. There's that great stuff. It's like the icing on the cake. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Thank you, everybody. Listening from New Orleans and places like that. Wonderful, wonderful. Elvis is there. Helena, hello. And I'm done. I finished my little Merle's Pearls on, oh my gosh, I already forgot. You only see what you look at. Now remember, I have a program coming on in November, Single, Successful, and Seeking, for women that are single, successful, and ready to look for a man. to look for a man or to look for a man again. What else? I'm going to Texas next, I think it's this week, for Halloween. And we'll be back after that. Next week, did you see? Go back and listen to Monday Morning with Merle and Patty, because it was Monday Morning with Merle and Nathan. Patty was on an airplane, but we'll be back. I think we'll be broadcasting from Texas, actually. But Patty and I will be back next Monday. So write in any comments, any questions, anything you want to know, any topics you want to have, and I will see you next Monday morning with Patty and next Monday evening with Merle's Pearls. Have a wonderful week. Bye, everybody. Okay.